2024 had a few anime with such bait titles that I absolutely love, and one of those anime is Days with My Stepsister. I want to give my initial thoughts of this series, but I'm going to get into that later and on a separate video. Welcome back to Anime of the Month. I'm your handsome host Cherry, and welcome to 3 Reasons to Watch Days with My Stepsister. We're so back. Intro, activate. Quick reminder to slap that like button and subscribe for more content like this. It would do good for my self-esteem. Thank you. I'm never gonna say slap that like button like that ever again. Never. Probably. We'll see. TBD. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, the title is kind of a bait to normies, but we don't care about them. When you read the title with the knowledge that you have of anime culture, it is reasonable to think that this series is going to be wild, and it's not at all. When I say this show takes itself seriously, I am dead ass. The story isn't as simple as a loose stepsister and stepbrother have trouble getting along with each other, then getting a little too along, if you know what I mean. They actually believe that step-siblings are just strangers that live with each other and don't want to rely on or worry too much about each other. They want to remain a peaceful household for their parents' sake. Both the male and female lead have a serious type of personality. Yeah, don't take Saki looking like a gyaru mean that she's going to be a goofball. She is not built for that mentally. This series really did subvert my expectations, and this is so far hands down one of the most serious anime Q and I have watched in the year of 2024. Yeah, we actually really enjoyed it.
その呼び方はこんなん普通のスキンシップだよ兄貴ね兄くんねえねえ兄上様
The writing of the characters in regards to their dialogue and monologue is written very well. That makes them feel alive. It helps that Yuta, the male lead, is not another dumb or oblivious main character. When he is lost, confused, or unsettled, instead of bottling up his thoughts to himself, he will talk about it directly to come to a conclusion. He doesn't rush when making decisions, which is a nice approach to see from a main character who has been presented as someone who is calm, cool, and collected. As for Saki, she is similar to Yuta, but the only difference is that she doesn't want to rely on anyone at all. She only talks about things that bother her if it's not too big of a deal, and she knows with certainty that it will resolve an issue. But if she thinks it'll put a burden on anyone, she will bottle up and try to move forward carrying that burden herself. Since we're in the mind of these characters almost all the time, we're not left with what they're thinking, and we see the progression of their thoughts upon the decisions they make. I find it very satisfying not being left in the dark and having loose ends cut. This includes the support and side characters as well. They didn't take the spotlight away from the main characters or anything, but they fulfilled their tasks dutifully. And also, they didn't appear one-dimensional either. When it comes to character depth, it's a bonus for the support and side characters to be layered, but not attention-drawing, which is, you know, a very, very nice thing that this series did succeed with. Okay, let's wrap it up by talking about what obviously happens in this series. I'll be sure not to say too much as to not spoil it, of course, but that being said, Saki does end up falling for Yuta, so yes, you still get what you expected to an extent, but rather than going in the direction where people find it weird and uncomfortable, the anime takes its story very seriously and takes on the taboo subject in a serious manner as well. Instead of being filled with ecchi moments and tropes we're used to seeing by now, Saki keeps her feelings for Yuta to herself until the end. We see the development of her feelings growing stronger and stronger and how she copes with it, while trying to keep a certain distance because her main objective still is to not cause issues with her new family. It felt fresh seeing this concept being taken seriously in a way that I could believe this has actually happened in real life. Most series admittedly have failed this type of setup for me, but I found Days with My Stepsister had executed this subject in such a different direction that it doesn't shock me whatsoever as to why it was voted as Anime of the Summer in the year of 2024. Definitely give this series a chance. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and all that jazz, cookies and milk. Join me again next week for when I give you 3 reasons not to watch Days with My Stepsister. That should be fun. I be Cherry, you be awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.